Behind me in a poll station in Virginia, voters are casting their votes on Super Tuesday, which sees more than a dozen states holding primaries to choose their presidential candidates. Despite Haley's argument that neither Trump nor Democratic President Joe Biden is fit for the job, the two frontrunners are widely expected to solidify their position as the presidential candidate of their respective parties after today, setting up for a likely rematch from 4 years earlier. But for many U.S. voters, this is a rematch they are not willing to see. With Trump mired in dozens of criminal counts and Biden's approval rating among the lowest of any president in U.S. history, many are left wondering why they are again the only two choices for the country's highest position.
I voted for Haley just to show that I want a choice other than what is in front of us. I think it's total madness that the Republican Party is kowtowing to someone who stands for everything that the Republican Party used to be against. And the fact that the Republican Party isn't standing up against it is terrible. And the fact that the Democratic Party hasn't been able to put up a candidate who's, more unifying is also a problem.
I think that's the way we're headed, and that's a shame, because I really do think you should look and say, can I do this actively for 4 years? I mean, it's a very demanding job to be president.
目前看，确实各州初
It's
选
common
当
to
中
see
都
relatively
普遍
low
存在
voter
着
turnout
投
in
票
the
率比较低
primaries.
的情况。
This also
这说明
indicates a
美
lack
国
of
公众
interest among the
对于
American
2024
public in
年
the
总统大选并
2024
不感兴
presidential
趣，
election,
很大程
largely
度上
reflecting their
表现出
disappointment
他们
and
对于
even
美国
disdain
政
with
治的
U.S.
失望乃
politics.
至厌恶，
They believe
认
that
为选
elections
举
or the
或者
so-called
所谓的
party
政党轮替
alternation
无
cannot
法
solve
解决
any of
美国
U.S.
当前面
problems.
对的任何问
The
题。
possibility of a
拜登对于特朗普
Biden-Trump
的这种可
showdown
能
can
性
be attributed
背
to
后应该
serious
说还
problems
是
within the
两
two-party
党政治
political
生态出现
ecosystem.
了比较严
The
重的问
Democratic
题。
Party's
民主
intergenerational
党代际
transition
调整
continues
持
to
续
be
受阻，
obstructed,
共
while
和
the
党
Republican
又被
Party
极
is
端立场
continuously
持续
driven
驱
by
动，
extreme
导致
positions,
两党都
resulting
无
in
法
both
产生
parties
更为
unable
符
to
合
produce candidates that
民
reflect
众
the will of
意
the
愿
people.
的、更为让民众满意的人选。
It's still a establishment candidate versus anti-establishment candidates. I think this campaign is still repeat this theme 4 years ago. Many people, I think, no matter 4 years ago or now, they may vote for Joe Biden not because they like him, support him very much, but they don't like Trump. They don't want the anti-establishment politician to take the White House. Well, for the Republican side, I think it's more obvious that compared with 4 years ago, I think Donald Trump's his competitors are, I think, much weaker than 4 years ago. There was a very strong momentum to try to beat Donald Trump, or that kind of, we can say, the revenge of the establishment 4 years ago. But now, after 4 years, I will say, I feel that kind of feeling is weakening, is evaporating.